Honestly, I feel like our greatest strength is how connected we are with each other. That's one of the bigger, more important things when it comes to playing football in any aspect. No matter how good you are, you can have 30 good players on a team, and then none of them like each other, so it don't mesh well, so they don't connect well. But I feel like from top to bottom, we're connected. I mean, we love like playing with each other and being around each other. So that's one of the bigger things I feel like we're good at.
Hi, Jordan. Kirby was talking about how you guys might see multiple quarterbacks this weekend. How do you go about preparing for that?
Ooh, having a great scout team, having all the guys on scout team, Hezekiah Millender, Coach again, give us different looks. One more athletic than the other. I mean, they have a good running attack when it comes to all their quarterbacks, and they're all athletic. So taking account of what the scout team gives us, making sure we use that well during the week to give us good looks is the biggest thing when it comes to playing the different quarterbacks.
Yeah, Jordan, how would you just kind of describe the mindset of the defensive line room? Like you've got to be better than last year, but also you lost so many guys, new guys stepping into bigger roles. What's the kind of attitude of this group getting ready to start this long season?
Well, I mean, personally, when I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the standard has always been the standard. Stop and run is always the biggest thing. So that's not something we was pretty good at last year. And we all know that, you know what I'm saying. We want to be better at doing that. But I think the mindset is just sending the message to everybody, like making sure that we know like, that we're the Georgia defensive line. We're going to try to come in and stop the run, be physically imposing, and then play to our standard. But I don't think there's no extra pressure, no weight that it wasn't already on us that, you know what I'm saying, it would be different from like last year or this year or the 10 years before now. So it's the same thing, just going out there and playing hard and having fun. I think that's the biggest thing that we need to worry about, just making sure we go out there, execute, have fun, and do our job. That's all.
Jordan, you got a young teammate, Elijah Griffin. He's seemed like he's had just all this hype this day he stepped here on campus. How are you and Christian, as two of the leaders, guys who have been here a while now, trying to help maybe cultivate him a little bit, cultivate that talent, cultivate his mindset, get him where he can be at his best when the season starts?
Honestly, I try to tell them not to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I know how it feels to come in with a lot of expectation, a lot of different things on your mind, and trying to live up to a standard that the media push on you. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying, to navigate do certain things like that. So honestly, I try to tell him to just stay calm and have fun and play your game. And he's one of those guys that even when he has a bad day, you can't tell. You know what I'm saying? So he does a good job of hiding that. And he's just going through the normal freshman woes. Have a bad day, you know what I'm saying? Get back up and practice some more. But it's nothing different from him and anybody else. You know what I'm saying? He just comes in and does his job. So all the hype and all everything, and it really don't mean nothing. Potential is really just a word. You know what I'm saying? You can't really use that for nothing. Of what it's what Coach Scott tells us. Potential is just a word. You gotta put action behind it.
How would you describe for you from everything you went through last season to get into this point? What's changed for you? What's grown? What's it like now being in this spot?
Uh, I really don't feel like a lot has changed. I mean, it's a pressure of being one of the leaders on the defensive line and on the team, period. So I think that's the biggest change. But as far as how I want to play, I've been wanting to play good since I got here. You know what I'm saying? So I just get the opportunity to showcase it more now than I did before, and I'm just ready to get out there and play. Honestly, just put forth all the pain and all the things I went through personally on the field, and just get to prove it and show it to everybody. That's all I really care about.
Kirby was saying that the running backs, they have different traits, the different running backs. What are some of the traits that stand out when you go up against them in practice, individually when you see those guys?
You talking about our running backs? Explosive. I mean, all of them explosive, but like Nate is one of the more he's like lightning in a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Really jittery. I see the way he plays. He's like a mouse, like running away from a mousetrap, just like that all the time. You feel me? So he run like that, move like that, but he's like more explosive. Chauncey's one of those one cut and might give you a move, but he's really explosive as well. And Dwight Lil Nut, as we call him, you know what I'm saying? Lil Nut, he's lightning fast. You know what I'm saying? You get him out in open space, you probably not gonna catch him 10 times out of 10. So and then Rod and Josh are just big, big physically imposing running backs. So it's a lot of different flavors of things that you can get from all of our running backs. But obviously, they are great players. You know what I'm saying? And they do a great job of embodying everything that Coach Crawford teaches them. And I'm forgetting about the third down specialist, Cass Jones, our receiving back. He's also he's downhill running too. Like I feel like the one thing Cass doesn't get a lot of credit for is his pass protection. Like he's great in pass protection, and he's kind of strong for his size, you know. So I feel like that's a little bit of everything that we get from all our running backs.
Yeah, you mentioned how connected y'all are in the defensive line room. Seems like there's a lot of big personalities, like you, Kristen, Joseph. Like, is there something about the defensive line that attracts just very outgoing guys? And just what is it like in that room on a day-to-day basis?
I mean, I don't really know, man. Coach Scott recruits a lot of interesting people, you know. So that's a good thing, a good trait of Coach Scott, knowing how to get good people into a room, and you know, I feel like that's something that'll be going on for years. I mean, as long as you have good energy around a bunch of good players, I feel like it's contagious, you know, and that spreads throughout the team. So you look at all the best teams that Georgia's had, you had personalities on the D-line. So going back to the 21 team, you got Jordan Davis, who was a big, jolly, great guy, but on the field, it was like a monster, you know. So it just depends on the group, but I feel like that's something that we always try to push, and is having fun and being good guys.
Jordan, I asked Cash about the inside linebacker room and competing against those guys, but you know they get the chance to play behind you, and I guess you get to see them some too when you're not in there. Mm-hmm. What's your observation of just the depth of talent in that room? There's a lot of versatility there in terms of how the bodies look in different guys, but yeah. What's it like kind of watching those guys go to work with it being such a talented group?
I don't really know. It's not really like a big drop-off when, like, the ones get out and the twos go in. And, like, it's a bunch of freaky athletes on the field, you know what I'm saying? It's just all of them have something unique about them, but all of them have that linebacker instinct, you know, like just take command of the field, fly around, make plays whenever it's needed. You know what I'm saying? It's just have good football IQ. I feel that's something the linebacker needs, and I feel like all of our linebackers from top to bottom have it. I mean, the younger guys not as polished as like CJ and Raylan, but even with Justin and Chris, when they get in there, like they all like explosive and just have a knack for making plays. So I think that's something that I take from watching them.
Jordan, you talked about the importance of stopping the run. How much do you think it will have helped you guys on that defensive line that you guys went up against those running backs all summer and fall camp, that you know the group that you guys practice with every day has the amount of talent that it has?
I don't know. I can't really stress it enough. I feel like it's just going against the running backs we have and knowing the backs we had to play during this season. It honestly gives you like a fresh reminder each and every day of the competition you're going to play when you're playing against our running backs and trying to stop the run. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to have perfect days every single day. You might have a bad week, you know what I'm saying? So just going there with a mindset of a next play mentality, trying to do your best at all times, and understand and realize that they're on scholarship too, they're here to play too, playing against our backs, but just getting a good look from them and sharpening us up. So when it comes game time, having those bad days or bad weeks, they're not there anymore. You put your best foot forward.
Jordan, you look at the defensive line, you look at the offensive line, you know, two positions maybe people outside the program have a few questions about how they're going to do this year. That kind of being said or whatever, what is the competition between the two kind of been like all throughout camp, banging heads every day, to maybe kind of, hey, show coaching most importantly that y'all are ready to kind of get it done?
Like I said, I mean, I don't feel like we really worried too much about the outside media and whatever they got to say, because negativity is negativity. Let me say, like, it's all about you, the guys in the group and how they feel and how they work. But I feel like going against them every single day makes us better. You know, like Mike is one of those most physically imposing offensive linemen I've ever went against, you know, since I've been here. And you got different flavors of what you want. Like, I feel like Drew Bobo doesn't get enough credit for the way he stepped up in certain games last year, and now he's getting his time to be the starter this year. And just seeing the way he takes command on the offensive line, making his checks, and everybody, the way they communicate. I don't know. I just feel like it's great to go against him. It's good competition every single day. And, you know, I'm just happy to see how everything unfolds this season.
Hey Jordan, what aspect of your game do you think you've improved on throughout camp? Whether that be like taking on double teams or like working on like your pass rush moves, anything like that?
I feel like pass rush is always something I've already like been okay at. It hasn't been the best, but I've been sharpening that up a lot. Having like a starter move and then working on like different like secondary moves and counters and stuff like that is something I've been practicing a lot. But obviously, like playing double teams is something that I got to do here. I'm trying to get better at that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not where I want to be when it comes to any aspect of my game right now. I'm really hard on myself, and I think that's something that every athlete should be. I'm the toughest critic of myself, so When it comes to my game, it's a lot of things I feel like I can sharpen up on, but you know what I'm saying? From where I was last year, I feel like I'm way better. So that's all I can say about that.
One more question. What can you tell us about Juan Gaston?
Huge. Pause. But huge frame, youthful, like one of those energetic guys. Has a long way to go, but big frame, great feet. Coach Smart say he a dancing bear all the time. You know what I'm saying? So he just has a good feel for the game. He's one of these younger guys that's coming in and taking everything all in and just, you know what I'm saying, having fun. So I feel like that's something that you can expect from a one.
We have a lot of depth. I feel very confident in everybody that we put in. We're gonna give a lot of defenses trouble this year. I'm really proud of how everybody worked in the summer and in the fall, and they've done a really good job so far.
Cash, when we've talked with coaches throughout the fall, they talked about the running game not being where it needed to be last season. Can you put a finger on why you feel that was the case last season and what gives you confidence it'll be different this year?
We've worked really hard over the spring and the fall and the summer of figuring out what we did wrong, and I feel like we've done a lot better job, and we put a lot of good things on tape over the fall camp, and I feel like we're gonna do a really good job this year running the ball.
Hi, Cash. Kirby was talking about how leadership has been on the forefront for you. What does that look like?
I just try to be more vocal, and not only in like in a running back setting, but over like the entire team, and just bringing the young guys along and just helping as much as I can possible.
Hey, Cash, right up here. Where have you seen the most growth in your game since you got to Georgia?
Shoot, everywhere. Whenever I came in as a freshman, I never really, at high school, we never really threw the ball a whole lot. So pass pro, that was a big thing that I had to learn. And communication has been a very key thing whenever it comes to pass pro. And I feel like coming to Georgia, you're going to get developed. No matter what you do in special teams, everything you do, you're going to get developed.
Cash, obviously last year came in as a freshman. What growth have you seen from him over the last year?
He's done a very good job throughout fall camp. He gotten a lot more consistent. He's done a really good job. I think all the backs have done a very good job being consistent, and we've worked really hard to be able to run the ball, and I think we're going to do a really good job.
Yeah, you're a guy who has developed a reputation as a threat out of the backfield to catch the ball. How much do you work with Nate, Roderick, Chauncey, all those guys on that, and what are the keys to being a good receiver out of the backfield as a running back?
I would just say being consistent and just making sure you catch the ball. That's a big thing. Running the route, I feel like that's probably the easiest thing, but catching it, that's it can give you trouble sometimes. You could be on like a little slow part where you just drop them someday, but just being consistent in the pass game. And if I ever see them where I feel like they need to get better leverage on this, then I'll just try to help on little details and whatnot. But I think they've all done a really good job throughout the fall camp.
Cash, Josh is a guy that came in with a lot of experience from Illinois. How do you feel like he got acclimated over fall camp and just what he can provide to you guys?
He's a big back. He's tough. He's going to do a really good job being able to run the ball this year, catching the ball. He's very versatile. He's just a big athlete, and I think he's going to do a really good job. And just any short yardages, we're going to be able to put him in there, and he's going to go get that yard. Or at any time, we're going to be able to put him in. He's going to do a great job.
Any other question for Cash?
What was the competition like in that running back room during camp? Just because you guys got several different backs who look like they're capable of contributing. What was it like just practicing with those guys every day?
At the University of Georgia, we call ourselves RBU for a reason. We recruit the best, and we hold ourselves to a high standard. So we always are very competitive. And being in the SEC, it's a very competitive league. So you always just try to push each other, or you're happy whenever somebody does good, and you're also quick whenever you want to learn like something from like the younger guys. Like I'm still learning. There's always more to learn in the running back room. So even though we're competing, we're always like cheering for each other and having motiva for each other along the way as well.
Guys, you talk about competition. Georgia linebacker room, a lot of highly recruited guys in that room. I know you guys match up with them often. Can you just kind of, what's it like going up against, Raylan, CJ, Chris Cole, Justin Williams? I know those guys are really highly touted, really good football players.
Yeah, no, it's a really good competition. We go against them every day, and sometimes I wish we didn't go against them because they're so good. And but it's always fun going against somebody. I love competing, and it's always fun going against them because they're gonna give you your best every play, and you're gonna give them your best every play. So just going against them, it's always just it's fun, but it's hard. It's just competing at a very high level. It's kind of tough at some point, but you just got to push through and find the fun in it.
We have time for a couple more with Cash if anybody has any.
Just for you, especially as one of the older guys, how excited are you for Saturday to get here? You guys have been grinding through the summer just to finally get to that first game.
First game, it's finally good to see somebody else in a different color jersey. You put all this work in the fall and in the summer, and go out there in front of Stanford Stadium, in front of 90-something thousand. It's probably one of the best feelings ever, especially for all the younger guys, getting to see them like that first time going out in that crowd, and it's a good memory to have, and it's a memory I'll hold on to forever.
Now that you've gotten a year to work with Josh Crawford, what did you get to know about him as a running backs coach, and just what should Georgia fans know about him as a coach?
I think he does a very good job at his job. We have a standard in the running back room, and he does a very good job upholding that every single day. And I think that he's never going to have a day where he doesn't hold the standard. He's going to make sure we do it every day, and I'm thankful for him. He's a really good dude, good Christian, and I'm glad he's on our team.